I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, he said, I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
Go through the countries again?
Well, starting with Iraq, then Syria and Lebanon, then Libya, then Somalia and Sudan, and then back to Iran. The truth is about the Middle East is, had there been no oil there, it would be like Africa. Nobody is threatening to intervene in Africa, and there's no question that the presence of petroleum throughout the region has sparked great power involvement.
Our alliance is based on shared interests and shared values. Those who threaten Israel threaten us. Israel has always faced these threats on the front lines, and I will bring to the White House an unshakable commitment to Israel's security. That starts with ensuring Israel's qualitative military advantage. I will ensure that Israel can defend itself from any threat, from Gaza to Tehran. Defense cooperation between the United States and Israel is a model of success, and it must be deepened. As President, I will implement a memorandum of understanding that provides $30 billion in assistance to Israel over the next decade, investments to Israel's security that will not be tied to any other nation.
The United States and the President's made this clear. Does not want Iran to develop a nuclear weapon. That's a red line for us, and it's a red line, obviously, for the Israelis. So we share a common goal here. If we have to do it, we will do it.
What is it?
If they proceed, and we get intelligence that they're proceeding with developing a nuclear weapon, then we will take whatever steps are necessary to stop it.
Including military steps.
There are no options that are off the table.
We were surprised to hear how far he thinks Iran has come.
The consensus is that if they decided to do it, it would probably take them about a year to be able to produce a bomb, and then possibly another 1 to 2 years in order to put it on a deliverable vehicle of some sort in order to...
Digging deeper tonight, high-ranking U.S. intelligence officials are sounding a new and alarming warning. They testified in a Senate hearing that Iran is prepared to launch terrorist attacks inside the United States.
تفجيرات تايلاند وقعت بعد يوم من هجومين بقنبلتين استهدف العاملين في سفارتي إسرائيل في الهند وجورجيا. فهل ثمة رابط بينها؟
نعتقد أن القنابل المستخدمة من نفس النوع الذي استخدم في الهند، ونحقق حاليا إذا كانت المجموعة المنفذة واحدة.
كلمة إرهابية دولية، وقد حمل رئيس الوزراء الإسرائيلي بنيامين نتنياهو إيران المسؤولية عن تلك الهجمات، وطالب بوقف ما دعاه العدوان الإيراني قبل انتشاره إلى دول أخرى.